Hello and welcome to the Crystal Vision podcast, where we dive deep into the strategies and energetics of business, money, and mindset mastery so as to create the next generation of wildly wealthy women. My name is Olivia Clare and I'm a serial entrepreneur who is obsessed with giving you all of the tools that you need to create your crystal clear vision of success. Each week, you will hone in on your unique zone of genius and embody the highest version of yourself to reverse engineer your way to your dream life. If you're ready to let go of the hustle and effortlessly call in more money, more growth, and more fulfillment, stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to the Crystal Vision podcast. Oh my goodness, we are in 2023. It came around so quick. I absolutely just give up on trying to track time anymore. There's just no way. It goes by so fast. And I've got, I don't know if it's going to be a short one. I don't know if it's going to be a long one. We're going to find out together. But I really want to talk about the difference between an integrator and a visionary because as we know, new year, new me, right? And this year we're going into 2023 knowing exactly who we are in business so that we can completely up-level not only our businesses but our lives, right? And knowing what type of person that you are in your business is so important because when you eventually scale and hire people, you know exactly who to hire and you know who complements your way of working. So it's really important that you begin to ask yourself those questions. It's like, okay, who am I when it comes to business? What do I love to do? What do I really hate doing? What do I wish I could delegate? And integrator and visionary, obviously my whole business is surrounded by the integrator or this idea of an integrator. So I really want to get a little bit more in detail about what that actually means, how it might apply to you and how you can use it every day in your business so as to increase revenue, to increase joy, right? Like 2023, it's not just about how much money can we make, how many clients can we bring in, how many people can we help. It's also about how much fun can I have? How much flow and relaxation and joy can my business bring me, right? So let's get into it. So let's start with the question, what is an integrator and what is a visionary and which one am I? And when does this even apply anyway, right? So integrator and visionary is a concept created by Gino Wickman. And I first read about it in his book called Traction. It's a very popular business book, a very good business book. And he also talks about not just integrator and visionary, but this whole concept of the entrepreneurial operating system, which, like I said, is within Traction by Gino Wickman. It's also in this book called What the Heck is EOS Anyway, which really goes into detail about EOS. And it is also in the book called Rocket Fuel. I was just trying to remember. And Rocket Fuel really goes more into detail about this visionary and integrator relationship. So I was first introduced to these topics in those books by Gino Wickman. And I found it really interesting because, I mean, the way that I could really easily describe an integrator just straight off the bat is like your online business manager and your visionary is the founder. So there's the person who has the main vision. They know exactly what they want the company to look like in the future. They know what type of people they want to serve and through what products. And the integrator is like the manager of that. So they come in and they're like, that's a great vision. Now let's actually put this into actionable bite-sized steps so that we can reach that vision together. So we've got someone looking at the big picture, looking at the why, and then we have the integrator going, okay, great, how? So it's that question of why and that question of how. And I think you could use integrator almost interchangeably with other things like, CEO or COO, so your chief executive officer or chief operating officer, depending on which role the visionary takes. Even online business manager in smaller businesses, right? The integrator could sort of take on this role. So after these descriptions, you might already be thinking, oh, okay, I feel like I align more with an integrator, or I might align more with a visionary. And I think a really good way to describe the relationship between the two and to sort of maybe help you define where it is that you sit on the scale, right? It's not necessarily black and white. You're not one or the other. It's a scale. is that an integrator can almost translate the vision into action. So are you the type of person who has all these ideas all the time? You get really excited by these ideas and they feel sort of far away or like sort of up in your head, if that makes sense. Like visionary, one way to really quickly stereotype them would be up in the clouds, right? And one way to really quickly stereotype an integrator is like head in the books, like it's got to be this way, my way or the highway type thing. And so for a visionary, they need someone to help rein in their ideas and to actually get these ideas to fruition. Because a visionary might have all these amazing ideas, all these amazing ways that they can help their people, and then get halfway through creating those ideas and leave them and move on to the next thing. It is the role of the integrator to take the ideas of the visionaries and almost like work through them to make sure that they are going to contribute to growth of the company. So, a visionary and an integrator, they might sit down for a meeting and the visionary says, okay, I've got 15 ideas. Let's go. 2023 is our year. Let's fucking do all of them. And the integrator is going to say, whoa, all right, let's just slow down. I love all of these 15 ideas. Amazing work. Can we narrow it down to 4? And can we just focus on this quarter and get what we need to get done in this quarter and then look at the next quarter, right? So the visionary is going to be thinking, oh my God, in 10 years, this is what my business is going to look like. And the integrator is like, great, the team needs, a 90-day goal. What is that going to be? And how can we derive that from this big picture vision? So if you feel like you're an ideas person and you can see the vision and you know exactly what it's going to look like, but you feel almost bogged down by those details, right? You're like, I just want to see the big picture. I don't want to think about setting this up as a task on Asana, or I don't want to think about a launch plan, or I don't want to think about who I need to hire in order to bring like this vision to life. Then you're probably more of a visionary, right? You get really excited by the concept and by the ideas than those tasks. And if you're a visionary and you're listening to this, you're thinking, oh my God, everyone must be like me. Like there's no way someone gets excited by the details. And then the integrator comes in and they love the details. They love getting nitty gritty. They love bringing ideas to life. And I feel like I fall somewhere half between on the scale of an integrator and a visionary. I feel like that's why I created my business in the first place, is because I love bringing ideas to life. Like I said, I love that action piece. I love getting things moving and really making it a reality. But I also do get a bit distracted sometimes, right, by the big picture vision or by things that could be happening. And so I feel like I can listen to a visionary and hear what they're saying and really translate that into actionable steps. And for any visionary, that is what you want, right? You want an integrator who is going to do that for you. And we're going to get into that in a separate episode about why 2023 is the year that you as a visionary need an integrator. But I really just wanted to take this episode for you to think about whether you're an integrator and whether you're a visionary, and use that not only to help you know who you need to hire next or what might be next in your business, but also to have some self-acceptance, right? So if you're listening to this and you're a visionary and you might be so angry at yourself thinking, why does it take me so long to get through a launch plan? Why do I always fall off the wheel of, logging my Asana tasks or creating tasks for the team? Why do I always seem to start things and start projects and then get halfway and not finish them? Have some self-love, right? Have some acceptance for the fact that there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. And that's just who you are in business. And as long as you can find someone or something, right, an integrator, we can use software, we can use a virtual assistant, or we can use like an integrator itself, right, a higher level hire to help us be a visionary and to help us step into our zone of genius a little bit more every single day. And vice versa, if you're an integrator, you might be thinking, okay, I get a little bit bogged down, or I get a little bit sidetracked by the day-to-day things, and I forget that there's something that I'm working towards. That's where a visionary can come in and can really help you have the big picture and the why of you even having your business and working every day in the first place. So both are absolutely essential. And if you're just starting out, you're probably having to be in both roles. You're having to think of the vision and you're also having to do the details. the whole goal of us having our businesses in the first place is to be able to step more into our zone of genius every single day, to have more fun, to have more joy, to have more purpose, whether you're a visionary or an integrator. But if you are one of them and you really identify as one, take note of it, start having that awareness in your day-to-day practices and see if you can start delegating to your team little bits of integrator work or little bits of visionary work. I do both. So a lot of my team, I delegate integrator stuff because the action piece doesn't really feel aligned to me. And then other times I will say, guys, I have this idea and I really think we need to flesh it out together. Like, bring your thinking hats or whatever you want to say and let's talk big picture together. So like I said, I'm kind of in the middle. You might be too. But it really just helps contextualize some of the tasks and some of the things we do in the day-to-day of our business and in the long-term picture of our business as well. So I hope this episode was informative for you. I hope you got something out of it. Let me know. Send me a message at Olivia the Integrator, whether you're an integrator or a visionary, and how you're going to use that information to make a couple changes to your business, right? We've all got this motivation, new year, new business or better business, whatever you want to say. We've all got a little bit of extra energy. So if we can use it to our advantage to start to implement some new habits and some new ways of thinking around our business, we will experience growth from it. So if you've been listening to this and you're a visionary and you're like, oh my God, Olivia, you're answering my prayers, please come and save me. My team and myself do integrator support for visionaries. We help bring your big picture visions to bite-sized, actionable steps that make you real progress. Look in the link of the podcast show notes. Have a look. There's a link to my Calendly where we can book a one-on-one call and get to know each other and our businesses a little bit better and see if it's a good fit. So I hope to chat with you soon. Like I said, if this helped, please let me know. Thank you so much for listening and best wishes for 2023 and 2023 planning, because I know we're all deep in the middle of that right now. Thanks. Bye.